This is a comprehensive step-by-step video to show you how you can get started right now selling on Facebook Marketplace as a complete beginner using strategies that I've been using for the last 2 years that involve dropshipping products from retail suppliers like Walmart, Amazon, and Home Depot on Facebook Marketplace, selling it for a markup, and then keeping the difference as pure profit. If you're new to the channel, welcome. My name is Daniel and I have successfully been selling thousands of dollars on Facebook Marketplace for the last 2 years. You can say I have a little bit of experience and I think I know what I'm doing selling inside of this marketplace. So if you've been wondering how to get started but you don't know where to go, then this is the video for you. I'm gonna cover everything that you need to know. I want to address the elephant in the room, and that is that many of you don't believe that selling on Facebook Marketplace using drop shipping is actually a viable way to make money online. This is why I want to show you my most recent sales that you're gonna see over here. And these are sales that have happened within the last month. So if you had any doubts about whether or not this is actually viable, see right here, these are the sales. It can happen if you learn what you need to do step by step the right way, which I'm going to teach you inside of this video. Lesson number 1 is how to avoid bans, restrictions, or any kind of limitation inside of your Facebook Marketplace. These are the prohibited products you want to stay away from. Some of these are common sense, others really make no sense to me as to why anybody will sell some of these items inside of Facebook Marketplace. But this is exactly what you have to review, become familiar with, and I'm going to include the link for you down in the description so that you can go through this and make the best decision possible as to what products or categories you should stay away from when selling on Facebook Marketplace. Based on my own personal experience selling on Facebook Marketplace, I can tell you right now that health and beauty are one of the most common product categories that tend to get flagged by Facebook. Anything that promotes any kind of pain relief. So my recommendation is that stay away from any of those health related products, because it's just going to be more of a headache than anything else. There's a ton of other categories you can sell on Facebook Marketplace, which we are going to cover in depth inside of this free course so that you have ideas as to what products you can get started with right now. So now that you are more well informed about what you can and can't sell on Facebook Marketplace, now we can dive in, start looking for products, show you everything that you need to know in order to get your first product listed. And of course, get your first sale drop shipping on Facebook Marketplace. So let's go back inside of my computer and let's get started, and I'll see you inside. What are you going to need in order to get started selling on Facebook? The checklist is very small and it's all very simple. Number 1, you need a Facebook account that is active. If you've had it for longer than 5 years, it's probably best, and I will tell you why. You also need to be located inside of the United States, because that is the best market to do Facebook Marketplace dropshipping is within the United States. Number 3, you are going to input some personal information to verify you as a seller inside of Facebook Marketplace. This will include your address, your name, your social security number, or a tax ID in order for Facebook to go ahead and start reporting your earnings once it exceeds $600 to the IRS for tax collection purposes. If you don't hit that threshold, then nothing will be reported and there's really nothing to worry about. But this is information that you're going to have to provide if you want to sell on Facebook Marketplace. If you have made it this far, this means you are just one step closer to getting your first sale on Facebook Marketplace. And if so far you have enjoyed the content, it's bringing you value, then please subscribe to the channel and also like the video if you're finding the information to be very helpful so far. We still have a lot to cover, so don't worry, you're not going to miss anything. Now that we're inside of Marketplace, the first thing you want to do is you navigate over to the far left and you want to click on the icon that has the Marketplace shop. Once you're here, it's going to bring you over to the home page, and you're always going to be greeted by today's picks. I like to glance this over to see if there's any products or niche that might be popular. These are listings that Facebook likes to promote because they're getting a lot of traction, a lot of attention. So I like to come here and get some ideas for products that I could potentially sell inside of my drop shipping store, inside of Marketplace. So that is just a tip. We are going to cover extensively how to do product research, but this is something that I like to do, and I will recommend that you also give it a try yourself. So once we're here, I want to navigate over again on the far left hand side of the menu bar where it says create new listing. And the reason why is because this is really the only way that you have to verify if or not you have the shipping option available. Now, this is a dummy account that I use for testing things out. And I know that I don't have the shipping option enabled here because all the information is linked to my name, to my account. And something that I think I did not make clear in the beginning is that unfortunately with Facebook, you can have multiple accounts for you to sell on that are all linked to your name to the same person. It has to be, per person, an account for you to sell on. It sucks, but it's just something that you have to deal with. Now, at the end of this tutorial, I will give you some advice on what you can do to have multiple stores. But stay tuned, keep watching, and we'll cover that a little bit later on in the video. So in order for me to go on to the next step, I have to fill this out. So to save some time, I'm gonna do that ahead of time right now. And then I'll meet you back on the other side so that you can see exactly what you need to check for to see if you have the shipping option available. I was able to go ahead and get the listing updated, and I was able to click next. So now I'm in the second half of the listing process. And from here is where you will see the option to ship. You will see a drop down like the one that I'm showing you right now that would allow you to check off the shipping option. If you don't see it, then that means the only option available to you will be local pickup. Once you confirm shipping is good to go, then now you're 100% ready to start doing product research and listing products, and you are on your path to getting your first sale. We have arrived at the most fun and exciting part of this entire free course on how to get started with Facebook Marketplace dropshipping, and that's going to be the product selection. And the best part about this is that I'm going to give you first-hand data. This is information that I know is proven to work because these are sales that have happened inside of my marketplace. These are product categories and niches that are proven to sell because I have the data, I have the sales, and I'm going to reveal that to you to save you a lot of time and a lot of pain. You don't want to waste too much time looking for products. You want to find them quickly, get them listed, and repeat the process as many times as you need before you get your first sale. So I'm going to go back inside of my computer. I'm going to show you my Google Sheet where I have all this information. Hopefully this brings a lot of value to you. And if it does, like the video, subscribe, and let's go back inside and let me show you exactly what are the products you should be listing right now inside of Facebook Marketplace to get your first sale. What categories, what niches can you sell inside of Facebook Marketplace? Which ones are going to be more profitable, and how this is going to save you a lot of time when you want to find the right product to sell on Facebook Marketplace. Like I said earlier, this is data coming directly from my own sales, so I know what products are doing well and continue to sell inside of Facebook Marketplace. So let's look at the categories right now, and I highly recommend that you go through all of them. There are some that are much better than others, but like I said, I have proof, I have data here that will show you that even the products that don't sell very often, they're still worth you making the investment and getting those products listed. By far, the most successful category inside of my own dropshipping store with my Facebook Marketplace is with furniture. I've said this many times, furniture is a great product category and niche for you to go after, and you're guaranteed to get sales with that niche. The others are pretty much spread out pretty evenly. I would say home improvement, home decor also do great. Health and fitness has also been a good category, although in the beginning I did say do not list anything that is related to health and beauty. Workout equipment seems to be in that gray area where I haven't had any issues. So any kind of working out fitness equipment has been okay, as long as it doesn't promote any type of like pain relief. Workout equipment should be okay. You should not run into any issues. Automotive accessories, also a great niche. that you can go after. And like I said, I would recommend you try all of them, but these would be the main categories for you to focus on so that you find the best products to list and sell inside of Facebook Marketplace. Now that we have more information about what products are known to sell well inside of Facebook Marketplace, it's just a matter of now doing our product sourcing from our most popular suppliers, which inside of this free course, I'm going to cover how you can find products with Walmart.com, Amazon.com, eBay.com, and if we have time towards the end, we'll go ahead and go over HomeDepot.com as well. So those 4 main suppliers should be more than enough for you to find quality products for you to list and sell inside of Facebook Marketplace. So let's start out first taking a look at Walmart. And the reason why I like Walmart is because the prices are always very low. Shipping for the most part is always free if the item is over $35. And there's a wide variety of different products you can select from. In addition to, you can also get tax exempt, which I highly recommend that you go through that process to get tax exempt with Walmart so you don't pay tax on any of your purchases because you're buying them with the intent to resell them. So you should not be paying the tax. That would be the customer's responsibility to pay for the tax. For the sake of time, I don't think I'll have enough to cover how to go through the entire tax exempt application. Now, this is something that I do cover in length and in detail inside of my course. So if this is something that interests you, that will be linked down below and you can go give that a look whenever you're ready. So like I said, we know that furniture does well. So on the search bar, I went ahead and typed in home furniture, and now I'm getting all of these results inside of Walmart.com, and we want to look for items that we could potentially sell. So because we know that furniture does great, any if not all of these items will have a high likelihood of actually selling. And as a matter of fact, you can validate this information by going back to Facebook Marketplace, which I'll show you in just a minute. Search for some of these keywords of these products, and you're going to see that the vast majority of these are already listed on Facebook Marketplace. We are back inside of Facebook Marketplace, and I wanted to give you an example of how you can search these items out with the keywords, and they're going to pop up inside of Facebook Marketplace. So here we are. There's this item that's super popular. It's a 5-shelf bookcase, and you can see it that it's listed right here, and I'll try to zoom in so you can see it better. But if you go back to Walmart.com, you'll find the product, which is right here, the 5-shelf bookcase. So this is a way where you can reverse engineer and see if that product selling on Facebook Marketplace can be found inside of Walmart. And you can also do this, vice versa. Look for the product on Walmart and then look for the product inside of Facebook Marketplace. Now, there are some strategies and tips that I highly recommend when you are constructing your listing and what to do in order to better optimize it for sale, which we will cover in depth inside of this free course. So you want to stay tuned, keep watching because you don't want to miss that part. But right now, I just want to go over some of the listing basics and how you find the product and how you correlate it to what you see inside of Facebook Marketplace. So this is just one example when it comes to the bookshelf. You can do this all day long by looking at other keywords from Walmart and then looking for the item inside of Facebook Marketplace. Now here we have a 3-shelf bookcase that is in the color white. So let's go here and let's see if we can locate it. It took a little more searching, but I found a listing inside of Facebook Marketplace, and here it is. Here is the 3-shelf that we saw from Walmart.com. And the best way to validate if this information is accurate, if you go inside of the listing like I just did, you start looking through the seller's images and you're going to see that it's the same exact pictures that they have on Facebook Marketplace that you can find inside of Walmart.com. Now that you know this information and what supplier you can use and what product niche you can focus on to get your first products listed inside of Facebook Marketplace, the next step is really to start creating working and building on your product listing. So let me show you how to do that the right way, the most optimized way, in order to get more clicks and potentially more views inside of this listing, as well as covering what are the strategies that you need to follow in order to get the most out of your listing, which is how to build proper titles, images, and everything else that comes along with building a really good SEO optimized listing. So let's go back inside of my computer and we're gonna cover each of those steps right now. We have arrived at the part of the course where you're going to start creating your first listing. So for this example, we're gonna stay with the item that we have already identified at Walmart, which is this 5-shelf bookcase. So the first thing that I want to share with you when it comes to listing on Facebook Marketplace, Facebook customers prefer when they're buying locally. So whenever they click on a listing, they think they're buying from an individual. And that means that you are taking your own pictures, images, and photographs of the products you're going to be selling inside of Facebook Marketplace. With that being said, if you were to try to advertise this product right now on Facebook, which is a stock image that you would find on websites like Walmart.com, there's a very good possibility that the interaction with this listing is going to be much lower compared to a listing that has an actual image that was taken by the seller themselves. So now you ask yourself, if I'm going to be sourcing from Walmart, I'm not going to find an actual image of this product inside of Walmart.com. Now you are correct. In some listings, you're going to see that customers, do leave reviews inside of Walmart, and sometimes they might leave images, which is not always the case. However, there is a trick that I figured out, which I'm going to share with you right now, where you can find these lifestyle images or images taken by actual customers of the product that you can use for your listing. For you to accomplish this, you're going to have to take the product and you're going to search for it inside of Amazon.com. Yep, you heard it right, inside of Amazon.com. And you may not be aware of this, but there are many other sellers who drop ship products from Walmart on Amazon. The exact same strategy that we're doing, drop shipping from Walmart to Facebook. Other sellers do it from Walmart to Amazon. So as you can see right here, that same product that sells on Walmart for $34, it's being sold inside of Amazon for, check all buying options, they're selling it for double the price, for $86. So they're making a healthy profit if they are in fact selling this item. So when you scroll down on all or most all listings inside of Amazon, customers like to leave reviews, and more often than not, they do leave images as part of their reviews. So here's an example of a listing that has some images of the product. Now they're not the best quality, so I may not want to use these images, but here's where you would find a user generated image that you can use for the listing. It took some time, but I was finally able to find a user generated image inside of Amazon. Now this is a different listing, but it's a very similar product, and I like this image. It's not the best picture in the world, but as a listing picture to show it as the main image, for now I would say that this one will be the best one. And you can also crop the image so that you can focus more on the bookshelf itself and not so much of the surrounding items within that image. You can keep scrolling through all the user generated images inside of Amazon and see if you can find a new image, which I just did. I think I just found a much better picture, and this one actually has it in an actual live setting in your living room, so customers can potentially see how they can best use this item. So I would go with this picture as my main profile image inside of that listing. My recommendation whenever you want to grab images off of other websites is not to just go directly to the image, right click and save, because what can happen is that you will copy over all of the data or information that is connected to that image. And we want to avoid any sort of copyright, trademark, or any sort of those issues. So what I recommend instead is that you use your screen capture feature on your computer, and then that way you can just go ahead and screen grab it. So that way you're not gonna capture any of the metadata associated to that image. You do need to add more images to your listing, so that way the customer has a better view of the product. So as long as the main image is that lifestyle or in real life picture, then you should be fine. All the other images can be the same stock images that come directly from the website. You can go ahead, screen grab the images like I'm doing so right now, and I would focus more on the lifestyle images. So you want to grab the ones where it shows the item being used in real life. So you want to have those images and then save them, and then we're going to update those into our listing. The title I decided to go with is 5-tier black bookcase with adjustable shelves. So that pretty much explains to the customer exactly what they're getting, and they can look at the images and see exactly what the item is all about. The price, we're going to come back to this because we need to calculate how much we should price this at. The condition will always be new. Under more details, these are optional. They're not required fields. At least Facebook does not make them to be required, but it helps the customer to make a much more better informed decision about the product if they're considering buying it. So what I just did is, under the ones that were listed here for this product, it asked me for a type. I just put standard. Under color, we know that it's black. The number of shelves is 5. And then here for your description, I recommend you do the following. So you want to go back to walmart.com, which is where you source the item from, and you want to copy over the bulleted description from this item. And then you want to copy it over Google Doc or Word document, and you're going to copy paste it inside of that document. And here is where you want to look for keywords or information that doesn't belong, that should not be here, and you want to delete it. So right here, the finish is available. So this is a variation listing, and we're only going to be selling one color. So I actually do not need this variation inside of the listing, so we can get rid of that. And then everything else I would definitely keep. So right here, easy to assemble with included instructions and video assembly guide. I am not sure if that is true, so I want to get rid of that so that I don't over promise and under deliver. So I'm just going to leave it as easy to assemble, and everything else looks fine. So I'll just go ahead, copy this, come on over to Facebook. You're going to paste it, and it's going to look like this. All right, so far we have a very good looking listing. We have images, we have product description, we have a title, and the only thing that's missing right now is going to be our price. So this is my strategy and recommendation for you when you're first starting out when it comes to how much you should sell the item for. For one, I would compare to see what other sellers are selling similar items from inside of Facebook Marketplace. I will take that into consideration. And then the other thing is that you want to see how much the item is going to cost you, and then think about how much you want to price it for. This item goes for $34.96, so it's under the $35 mark. So you are going to have to pay $5 shipping for this item. So in total, this item is going to cost you about $40. And if you're not tax exempt, you also have to take into consideration that you're going to have to pay tax. On average, it's going to be between 6 to 8% tax on top of this. So you're looking at a final cost for this item of perhaps about $45, $46 all in. So let's grab a calculator and let's see how much would that 5% fee be, and we're gonna put that into our calculation so that we get the best number and we don't make any mistakes. So our estimate right now is that all in, this item is gonna cost us around, let's say $46. Let's say we're gonna sell this item $10 over the price. That's gonna give us $56 all in as our selling price. Now, there's also a strategy which I highly advice that you do as well, is that when you're shipping items, you can actually charge the customer for shipping, and that for you is additional profit. So let's say that we're going to charge the customer an extra $5 to ship this item. So that means that the total cost, taxes, shipping, the cost of the product, your profit, all in is going to be $61. This means that Facebook will take $3.05 from the sale. So let's do some math again. $61 minus $3.05. That brings us to $57.95. And then your cost to buy the item was, we said we're gonna minus this $46 all in. And that leaves you with an $11.95 profit on this sale. We have covered a lot of information thus far, so I want to take just a moment to recap everything that you have seen so far. We have covered how to set up your Facebook Marketplace account, what information Facebook Marketplace will ask of you to set it up, how to check if the shipping option is available for you, what retailers to use when sourcing for products to dropship on Facebook Marketplace, my tips and recommendations on how to find products to dropship, and of course, my own personal information that I share with you as to what are the best product niches and product categories for you to focus on to get started right now. And we just finished completing going over a detailed example of using Walmart as a supplier, finding a product in the furniture niche, and then listing that item over to Facebook Marketplace, as well as covering what strategies you need to implement in order to get listing clicks inside of Facebook by utilizing review images from the platform themselves. I even showed you how to go about finding review images for websites like Walmart.com by leveraging all the information that's available for free inside of Amazon. And the last thing that we just covered is how to price your item. And I gave you some good tips and recommendations. Don't be too aggressive with your pricing in the beginning. What you want to focus on is getting sales. So it doesn't matter if you sell an item for just $1, $2, or $5 profit, as long as you're getting consistent sales. And what's going to help you to achieve that is by getting multiple listings to do the same. And the best way and the fastest way to do this is by keeping your prices low. And that way customers will be more enticed to buy from you. And long term, it's only going to help you to grow, get more attention, get more listing clicks. And that's what you really want. We are now way over 20 minutes into this free course tutorial. And as you have noticed, the listing process does take a bit of time. Finding the image, copy and pasting descriptions, thinking about the title that you want to list. All of this does take time. And at some point, you're going to want to either hire some help like a virtual assistant, or you may want to invest in dropshipping software like AutoDS or FBM Fox, which as a matter of fact, those are two softwares that I use right now inside of my dropshipping business. It helps you to automate a lot of the steps that I showed you inside of this free course tutorial. So if at any point in time you're interested in leveling up your dropshipping game, then there'll be two links down below for you to check out. There's absolutely no obligation. You can cancel anytime if you're not happy. And both of these softwares do give you, up to 7-day free trial to see if it works and if it makes sense for you. So it'll be a tremendous help to the channel if you go check them out, through my link. There are affiliate links, but you do get a ton of value in return. But with all that being said, you can do this all manually. You can do this all yourself. You don't need software, but just know that it's going to take you a lot more time. You might run into some issues when products go out of stock and you make a sale. It's really going to make it a lot more difficult, and you're going to have to put a lot more attention every single day into every single little detail. So something to consider. And, whenever the time is right, go ahead and maybe give it a try and see if it works for you. I want to give you some final bonus tips that can help you to even get better results inside of Facebook Marketplace. And the number one tip I want to give you is that you might want to consider using eBay.com as your main supplier. And the reason why is because there's a ton of products that are super low cost, even compared to Walmart.com. You're going to find cheaper items inside of eBay. So you want to make sure you source them and source them well. You're going to find a variety of different products, all in the same niches that I recommended to you, that are going to do great inside of Facebook. So for example, automotive accessories, a huge variety of those products inside of eBay.com, as well as furniture and even fitness equipment. So don't sleep on eBay.com. They still do offer great shipping times. Between 5 to 7 days, your customer is going to get their product. Tip number 2, which we covered earlier, is make sure to use review photos as much as possible. And you're going to be able to find a lot of them inside of Amazon.com. And even if it's not the same exact product, you can find something that is very closely similar to the item. And there will be little to no risk, because the customer will still be able to see the stock images of the actual product they will actually get. But in order to get those listing clicks, make sure, don't forget, use the review photographs as much as possible. Tip number 3, if you want to get more profits on the front end from your listings, make sure that you always are charging a shipping cost to the customer to ship the item. On average, you can charge between, $8 to $10 depending on the size of the product. Now for much bigger products like bed frames or futons or beds, you can charge upward of $20, $25 for shipping, but always charge shipping because that's always going to give you more profit inside of your pocket. Bonus tip number 4 has to do with how you list your item on Facebook Marketplace. And I highly recommend that you not only list the item for shipping, but also list for local pickup. And the reason why is because a lot of customers do prefer to get their items by them picking them up themselves. Now you may ask yourself, I'm a drop shipper, I only ship items, it doesn't make any sense for me to do local pickup. Well, it does. And the reason why is because you're going to get a lot more messages, a lot more engagement. You're going to have more customers reaching out to you, asking about if they can buy the item. And these are opportunities for you to say that, hey, listen, I did have them available for local pickup, but I ran out of stock. I can ship one to you directly to your house in about 5 days. And more often than not, the customer will say yes. And that's another sale that you got through another channel of Facebook also marketing your listings for local pickup. So don't sleep on it. Set your listings up for both shipping and local pickup and watch how much of a difference it's going to make. Also, once you complete the free course, if you feel like there's still information that's lacking or there's questions that you don't know how to get around, then I highly recommend you check out my actual course. Link down below. Right now it's been on a promotion, so you can still pick it up for a very good price. Check it out. You'll be supporting the channel and everything that I do. I want to thank you for watching. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time with a brand new video.